Welcome to episode 12 of Perspective Podcast. This is where I talk about music, lifestyle, fitness, and everything to involve around music. Hope you guys are doing well. Hope you guys are having a good week. It's turning into spring now. The seasons are The season is turning. Days are getting longer. Nights are getting shorter. Bro, this is beautiful. I love these days because I honestly feel like I flourish a lot during spring. And it's just nice. It really it's really nice. And I can't wait for the days to keep getting longer, because it gets longer every day. Sunrise is literally before 6:30 and we're up and ready to get the day going. But yeah, I hope you guys do well, having fun and do what you love to do. I have this little post-it note that I write here, and I'm just going to say what it says. It's like my little mantra. So I read this like every day. I have faith, I choose to be led by God. I believe I can attract anything, all through surrender, humility, good intention and love. I'm going to read that part again. All through surrender, humility, good intention and love. I think that is such an important thing to have. And then it says, leading me to the rock that is higher than I. Bro, I think surrendering yourself and just realizing that you don't have the main power, is important, because we can't all do everything. I think even if you're not religious, if you just give it to the universe and let the universe take control of the way that you want your life to be lived, you will see the glimpses of it just turning more into a way that you want it to be. And it's a beautiful thing. And yeah, so that's my little mantra. I'm actually happy that I got the post-it notes, because it's made me want to write verses or write how I'm thinking, or ways to motivate myself or inspire myself to keep going. Whenever I'm feeling discouraged, it's important to write these things, because you have no choice but to see it during the day. I have a journal, and even on the journal, I close the book, and you really can't really see a lot. But with post-it notes, you see this everywhere. So it's important to have them, and I encourage everyone to have them. And if you want to grow with something or become that person that you want to become, write, even writing it on your journal, or have a post-it note and have it somewhere that you can just always see, or have it on your notes. I've literally got it everywhere, to the point that you can't not miss it out. I feel like it's a good way to move forward, and it's a good way to put your mind in that mental state. I can't lie, before I even filmed, I was on my phone for 40 minutes. I was on TikTok for 40 minutes. And you don't realize that it is a distraction. It's a distraction, and I choose to hold accountability because it's all about having that accountability and realizing, okay, these are little faults and these are some things that I do wrong. And I knew as I was scrolling, but I just chose to continue. And it's okay to have the moments, as long as you just acknowledge, and as long as you take charge and do something about it. Like, it's mad because on Sundays I have a day where I just limit myself on social media. I may post, but I will not be on my phone. Like, honestly, the most I'll be on my phone is on TikTok and Instagram, and I'll be on them apps for like 30 minutes max, and I spend the whole day just doing other things other than being on my phone. Because for someone who loves creating content, I'm glued to my phone, I'm glued to my laptop, I'm glued to just looking at a screen. And I realize that there's so much more than just going on your phone or just doing these things and just watching what people be doing, because what matters is you. And I think looking too much about what people are doing, it can be much. I don't really be on my phone as much anymore as I used to. I'll be on the camera or the CapCut. What the heck is this? Do you hear that? Anyway, I'll be on CapCut or the camera app more than anything. So, and then I'll be on Instagram or TikTok if I'm about to upload the video, or if I'm writing the caption, or just anything related to my content. Of course, I scroll sometimes, but I choose to be on social media for good intentions. Sometimes I just mindlessly scroll, and it's weird that you'll realize when you are mindlessly scrolling through social media, and it's mad. But yeah, I choose to just be on social media for the right reason, and not just to do too much. And damn, my neighbor's taking my bin. Bro, it's crazy because I was gonna do that after the pod, because my hands were literally he's the GOAT though. Shout out to my neighbor, man. Watch how you be on your phone, and watch the things that you consume. Watch the things that you be doing, because even though social media is good, bro, it can be a bit much. It can be a bit much, and I see that every single day. It really can be a bit much, and whoa, my neighbors are coming up. Damn, these little things. I'm in the middle of filming. Oh, we just walked past. Fairs. I hope he's good though. I hope he's having a good week. Damn. I literally put my thumbs up. You didn't even say anything. Fairs. But what are we gonna talk about now? Music. So, Don Toliver, he's doing a tour in Europe, and we will be there. And I can't wait to see him. I really can't wait to see him. I first saw him at Rolling Loud, Portugal, and his set was good, but it was short. It wasn't long enough. So then, and I was far. Me and the boys were far. We weren't really that close, but that doesn't really matter anyway. But we weren't really that close. We were just far from him anyway. So yeah, we weren't that close. And then 2022. His One Loud set, that was good, but that was the Love Life of a Don era, and that's my favorite era of Don Toliver, Life of a Don. I love that album. That's my favorite Don Toliver album, and it's just so good. Life of a Don, that whole album, all the runs on that album. I don't think you guys realize how good that album is. Life of a Don is a top tier album. I'll literally go through that album and that track list because of how good it is. You got Escape, you got 5 Times, you've got Way Bigger, you've got bro, it just keeps getting better. And then you got the best song on the album, Swung on a Westheimer. Then you've got You. Then you've got Double Standards, Company Part 2. Then you've got Crossfaded, Outer Space, What You Need. Bro, Flucky, bro, it just gets better. Like, that whole album, it's just a vibe, and I really like it. But yeah, Don Toliver, his music is majestic, bro. I really like his music, and I can't wait to see him. Oh yeah, and then I saw him the second time in London at like the arena, the OVO Wembley one. That was good. Who did he bring out? He didn't bring out anyone. But it was a good set anyway. It was a good set. So then now we're going to see him again. And we're seeing him in Frankfurt. So yeah, I can't wait for that. We'll be there for the weekend. So yeah, we're definitely going to turn up for a little bit. Definitely going to, just explore Frankfurt, because I've never been there. And it's mad. Yeah, we will be there. I feel like this year everyone's really going on their tours and festivals, and it's nice to see it, man. It's nice to see it because I'm like, 2 people are walking across next to me, 2 girls on my side, me in the middle, like, on God, bro, like that was so weird. But anyway, damn, this literally catches me off guard. Okay, yeah, Don Toliver, we will be there. His music, fire. He never misses, of course, because he's always hitting. And yeah, if you don't really listen to Don Toliver, tap into his music. What is your favorite Don Toliver album or song from him? Because his music is really good. If you're new to the podcast, please like, comment, all of that stuff. Follow, because we will continue with these podcasts. We are 12 weeks in, and it's amazing how we're 12 weeks in. We just keep going and we keep striving at all times. Since it's spring, my favorite types of songs, Travis Scott songs for spring, I'll always say you can just play Astroworld. I think Astroworld is such a good album for spring, summer, especially Wake Up, Astro Thunder, Skeletons, Yosemite, Coffee Bean, Butterfly Effect, like that, R.I.P. Screw, like those songs there are so, Stop Trying to Be God, like those songs are perfect for spring, summer. Even Stargazing, the whole album is just good for spring, summer. Well, it's mainly a summer album, but it just sounds colourful, and it's a perfect album for that time. It's a very perfect album for that time. As well as, what other songs from Travis are good for spring? That is not from Astroworld. Guidance, Sweet Sweet, Apple Pie, 90210, 100%. K-pop, Sirens. That's all I can think about, you know. There's probably more, but see, with Travis, he doesn't really make like songs for that vibe. His music is like, it has like a dark vibe, you know. Like his best, like Travis's best song that can describe him the best is Mafia. That song is amazing. That song really does describe him the most because, man, that song is perfect. Mafia is really a perfect song. And I remember, because obviously he dropped that song the day of Astroworld Fest. RIP to the people. So he dropped that Astroworld Fest, yeah, Escape Plan and Mafia. Bro, I remember I woke up at like 5 a.m. and then I'm hearing that, bro. That song sounded beautiful. That shit was amazing. And then he performed it at Astroworld. But I remember that tragedy so vividly. It's crazy because it was on Apple Music when it was live streamed on Apple Music. If you remember, you remember. It was streamed on Apple Music, and I was watching it live. And let me tell you, when I was watching it live, I could not see anything that was so crushing. No pun intended. I could not see anything that was like bad for people. It did not look like anything. I thought nothing of it because it just looked like a normal show. I honestly feel like, bro, if I couldn't see that and I'm watching it and obviously when you're watching a show live, it always shows the crowd. I could not see anything related to the crowd where things were off. Maybe I just wasn't focusing enough, because watching back, you can hear people shouting help, and you can hear you can see when like people are jumping, there's like a section where no one's jumping at all, like everyone's just like not flat. Damn, that sounds scary. Damn. Hey, that show was actually very scary looking back now. Honestly, RIP to the people that went there, and if nothing happened, that really would have been one of his best shows ever, because even with the set, like the stage set, that looked really good. And yeah, but we move on, we live, we move forward, and we grow. I think that's the only thing that you can do, and everyone really tried to stop that guy. Everyone really tried to stop Travis with that whole incident. Everyone really tried to stop him, but you can't do that, man. You can't do that. You gotta let the music do the talking, but yeah, you gotta let the music do the talking. I want to talk about the Las Vegas Sphere for a little bit, because Yeet did a show there, and I can't lie, the Sphere actually looks really good. I think it would be so good for artists to, even hip hop artists. He's the first hip hop artist to perform there, and his music is good though, but to perform at the Sphere is crazy. Like, just imagine the visuals when you're there. Imagine like having taken a mushroom and just going there. And I've never had mushroom, but that's besides the point. Just imagine going to the Sphere and watching it, because if you don't know what the Sphere is, it's basically in Las Vegas, where it's like you're inside an arena, and it's built like a globe inside, and it holds 20,000 people, right? And it's just built like a sphere. Like, that's all I can explain. And yeah, it looks like a sphere, and it's the biggest LED screen in the world because of how big it is. And yeah, the visuals will carry. I honestly feel like that it will be good. Who has like one of the best visuals? Travis again. Kendrick Lamar has really good visuals, or Kanye, like just artists that have really good visuals, bro. That shit would be sick. That would be so sick, because it really is just about the experience. And I hear that the sound system, it's very it's like Atmos, like it travels around, and yeah, it just looks sick. But I'd like to go there one time. I'd like to go there, watch someone do a show there, but we will be there anyway. Also, what else? This is very random, but I was thinking the other day, where's Fredo gone? Like, Fredo, he was really dropping, and then all of a sudden he just stopped. But he was always dropping, and then obviously he got sentenced for some time in Dubai or something, and then he was back out. Like, what actually happened to him? Because I was listening to his music the other day, and I was listening to the song Back to Basics. Dave produced that song, and that's a really good song. That is a really good song. But yeah, I don't know where Fredo was gone. That was very random. He really should drop or something, because he hasn't dropped in a while. But to be fair, even his album that he dropped previously wasn't even all that. There was only 1 or 2 decent songs on there, but it weren't even all that. Wait, he dropped it last year? Oh man. UK music, bro. It's turning into a stinky show. Man, the top artist needs to drop, because they really have not been dropping. Skepta's been delaying his Fork and Knife album. And on the topic of Skepta, we're going to talk about Plaqueboy Max. I've mentioned this on my TikTok, but Plaqueboy Max, I can say I've been watching him ever since when he used to do song reactions, and he never used to like artists. He was always the biggest hater. If you guys think that Sean C or Phantom, no, is his name Anthony? I don't know, Anthony and Sean C. If you think that they are the biggest music critics, bro, watch Plaqueboy Max when he was doing his song reactions or album reactions. He used to hate on everyone. He honestly would. He never used to like people's music like that. But the way that he's doing his streams, he's actually on a generational run. But yeah, basically he's in the UK right now. I don't even know why he's in the UK for. I think he's just here for the sake of being in the UK. He's basically got majority of the UK scene. He really has the majority of the UK scene on his stream. He had Fimi, he had Len, he had YT, he had Lancey, he had Skepta, he had Fred again. That's a random pull, because how are you getting Fred again on your stream? Fred again, I did not know he was tapped in like that, but having Fred again in your stream, fire. And the song that they made, that sounded really good. And the fact, if you haven't heard it, tap into it, because that is a really good tune that they made. Even Skepta's one that they did, the one that they did with Skepta, the one that they did with Lancey, it kind of sounds like, the flow sounds like Young Thug's verse on Dumb Dumb and Dumber. If you listen to it, you hear it, because it is similar, but it is a cool vibe though. It's a good song. But yeah, man, Plaqueboy Max, he's actually, more artists should do that, and it just shows to be authentic and be yourself. I feel like because he loves doing music so much, it's showing and it's flourishing day by day. And the way that he was watching Fred again produce, and the way that he was watching him like edit and cut and all those things, it shows how much it's important to watch people and learn from others. Be open to learn from others, because the things that you can learn and use in your own terms and in your own way is insane. I forgot to mention he had Nems on there as well, and from what he learned from Fred again, he used it on, he applied that knowledge to Nems's producer. I don't know his name, but he used it for Nems's producer, and then he like, to the point that he even got added to the final edit. But that shows that it's important to watch people who you like, or people you'd want to be around, because there's so much that you can learn, there's so much that you can grow from, and there's so much wisdom. Where people, I think as of men as well especially, we like to have so much ego and pride that we have all the answers. Bro, we do not. Life will come at you fast if you think that, and I'll be thinking like that sometimes myself. But it's so important to learn from others, and just to be open to learn from others, and as well realize that we do not have all the answers, because the possibilities are very clear. But Plaqueboy Max, dubby guy, dubby stream, he's really cooking. I'm gonna talk about Lake District for a little bit, bro. I went to Lake District the other day, and it's mad how nice it is. Bro, I'd recommend everyone to go Lake District, because it really is that type of place that the air smells different. Like, it just smells very fresh. Everyone there is nice. I did not meet a person that was rude there. Everyone was just nice, to the point that people gave me and my boys sandwiches randomly because we were just walking and we were saying I'm starving. Like, it's crazy, bro. Power of the tongue is crazy, because if we didn't say that, bro, we wouldn't have had no munch. But honestly, it really is that place, and I'd recommend you to go there, because so you're on a motorway, right, and you're just driving for time, but when you get there, you have these roads where it's like a lot of turns, a lot of ups and downs. It's literally like a roller coaster, but it is so good. And all you can see is mountains, all you can see is lakes, trees. Bro, there's so much that you can see, and it's just really nice, bro. It really is nice. Right, when you drive in, have good music playing, put them windows down, and just be that, just like, just appreciate that. But it was a 3-hour drive. Well, it was 2 hours 45 minutes, right? And then we had to drive another 25 minutes. So yeah, like, yeah. So it was like a long 3-hour drive. This makes me grateful to be in Birmingham, like in the middle, because I feel like we can go to all these different places without having to worry. Like, we have we can go to Wales, and that's like 3 hours. We can go to Lake District, that's like 3 hours. We can go London, that's around 2 hours. But we can go, like, we're in the middle, bang on in the middle, and my camera's about to die. Damn, But yeah, go to Lake District because it's a really good place, and honestly, the vibe there is just nice. I don't know how to explain it, but the vibe there is just different. It's very different, and from you feel the vibe from people in terms of mindset. And I honestly feel like it's that type of place that not everyone's got it, but there's a lot of people that are just grafters in terms of their own business. And it was very motivating to me because, as you know, I create content and I love creating content, but seeing people that do their own stuff and the possibilities that are done from that, it really was motivating and it inspired me. Like, it's crazy because the day before, or a couple of days before, I was praying and I was just saying, God, can you help me to believe a bit more? Like, can you help me to believe better? Went there, bro, the belief just came back rapidly. The belief just went back, and it's crazy how things just change. But it's all about having that belief in yourself, and just being around people really makes a difference to the way things change and the way things go. Because I never would have had that epiphany if I didn't go there. And yeah, you really need to just believe and honestly be around an environment that can help you to grow, because that's all that matters. There's not really been that many songs dropping recently. There hasn't. I've been updating my playlists. I've got a spring playlist called Spring Season, and bro, let me tell you, that playlist is fire. That playlist is so good. But yeah, listen to that playlist if you haven't. I updated my Whole Lot Euphoria playlist. That is the peak chill playlist. Listen to that one. I've got my gym playlist, Let's Get It. Listen to that one because that one is peak music. I've got a couple more plays. I've got Don't Drake and Drive. I've got In My Nostalgia Bag. I've got Hella Melodies. I've got a lot of playlists, but the playlists are very concise and I love those playlists. Honestly, my favourite one though would be Whole Lot Euphoria, because man, it does not miss at all. It just sounds really good. And of course, Astro Thunder is in that playlist. Of course it is. But yeah, honestly, if you haven't listened to that playlist or any of my playlists, link is in my bio, or just type in my name, Lee Matemi, and it will be there, because hey, we're up. We are up. But yeah, listen to that playlist because it's a really good one and it does not miss. I honestly feel like playlists are so important. It really is important, and to change it as well, because I had to change it. The songs were very, very repetitive to the point that I was getting bored of the playlist, and I was at the gym and then the music just wasn't hitting, and I was like, yeah, we gotta change this. We gotta change it, bro. You gotta change your playlists because sometimes they just get a bit much. Anime is back. Amine is back. He's dropping his album soon. His music just screams spring. He has a spring vibe. Ever since that Mine. I don't know. Ever since that collab album that I had with Nada, which is a good summer album too. It had a few sleepers, but the good songs on there were really good. The good songs on there were actually top tier. But yeah, also, couple weeks with some sexy songs for you. Is it still in your rotation? For me, yeah. I really like Something About You. I really like Spider-Man, Superman. I really like Raining in Houston. I think those are my favorites on the album. Nokia is a definition of an organic song. You see how it's just going up on the charts, and he's basically being blackballed by the industry. He's not, but he is. It's crazy how this whole industry has turned against him. However, it low-key has him to blame because of the way that he's been doing this court situation. But it just shows that even if you're top in the game, bro, you can't stop him. Because Nokia is a good song, and the way that it's someone made a TikTok, right, where they did it with, what song did they change it with? Was it Last Friday Night? Yeah, it was like Last Friday Night or California Girls, whichever one. But the way that they're changing that, and then it changed to yeah, I don't know what other song it was, but the way that Nokia is just a really good song, and it's nice that he's just having fun with that. Hey, we got 4 months until we'll be in London, yeah, watching him perform. We got 4 months. I can't wait to see Drake 3 times back to back to back. So that would be, after that, I can say I've seen Drake 4 times. Damn. 4 times in the span of a weekend. That was a lot of money. But will I do it again? Yes. It's crazy because I was going to see him in Australia. Didn't have the funds for that. Not at all. Not at all. I had to make one sacrifice. How are you guys doing though? You know, it's a new week. To Monday. Well, to Tuesday when this comes out. But how are you doing though? Are you happy? Are you taking care of yourself? Are you striving? Are you surviving? What are you doing in your life that you're happy with? Or if there's not anything that you're not doing, what is it? What do you think you can change? How are you going through your day? How is your mental state? Are you talking to your people, or are you isolated? Like, how are you going through your day? Like, honestly, genuine question. Like, how are you? If no one's gonna ask that, I will. How are you? And I hope you are doing well, and I hope you are just being a better person for yourself. I think that's all we can do. We're in March now. The days are going by quick. Years are going by quicker. The quicker we age, that no one's gonna come and save us unless we pick ourselves up. So again, whatever you want to do it, because no one's gonna save you, bro. No one is actually gonna save you at all. So yeah, I hope you're doing okay, and I hope you're well, and I hope you're striving. I hope you've been enjoying this podcast, because this is really just a dream of mine. And it's crazy that this time last year, the podcast was on 10k followers. I mean, no, the podcast, my TikTok just reached 10k, and now we're on 59.5. So yeah, thank you, because that is a blessing. And what else can we talk about? There's not really a lot to talk about today, you know. There really isn't. I think I'm just like waffling. Now I have my plan of what I'm talking about, but it's not really a lot. If you don't follow Apple Music on Insta, right, they have King Charles doing his music series, and his music series is Songs That Bring Me Joy. I can't lie, he low-key cooked with that, because that is a code series. Who would have thought that they'd be doing that? That is actually really good. I tapped into the trailer. I don't have Apple Music, so I won't be listening to the episode, but I already know the songs are gonna reek. Man said he already had Kylie Minogue in there. To be fair, there's a Bob Marley song, because in the trailer there was a Bob Marley song on that. But yeah, that was really good. I can't lie. I gotta give it to him, because that's valid. But yeah, I think he also gave me a idea to do my own songs that give me joy, songs that bring me joy, because there's so many songs that bring me joy, so many. My whole Lot Euphoria playlist is literally the definition of songs that bring me joy. Let me just go through a few songs that give me joy. Astro Thunder, Furthest Thing, No Time, Grab the Wheel by Uzi. Bro, let me talk about Grab the Wheel for a sec. That is such a good Uzi song, Grab the Wheel. I don't think you understand that song as much as I do. I remember when I first listened to that song. I was actually late to listen to Grab the Wheel. Obviously his mixtape released 2016. Or maybe I did listen to it 2017. No, it was 2017. And this was during high school. So after high school, we were allowed to go to the gym. So me and the boys went to the gym. We did our workout, and the radio that we played was like BBC One Extra. Yeah, it was BBC One Extra. So we're just playing our music, we're just playing the radio, and then when you're just chilling and like you're just talking, having deep conversations, we were doing that, and then in that moment, Grab the Wall came on, and I'm just looking at the screen thinking, what is this? Oh, we are actually back. The convo's hitting, the deep convos are going on, and Grab the Wall's just playing in the background. I don't remember what we were talking about, but I could not care less because Grab the Wall just sounded so good. That is honestly what I mean when like nostalgia. When the music is hitting during a top tier conversation, that's all you need sometimes, because man, that really made me happy during that conversation. And then after what happened? Oh, I put that song in my playlist, bro. I went back and listened to the whole album, and then it's crazy that ended up becoming my favorite Uzi album. But as time goes on, I think that Love Is Rage 2 is Uzi's best album, and then I'll say Lil Uzi versus the World, because that album there, man, that shit is beautiful. That was actually a beautiful song to hear, bro. But yeah, who would have thunk it that BBC One Extra would play that? Who would have thought that? Like, who would have actually thought that? Who? My fitness is getting better. I'm able to go on runs now. It's mad how when I was injured, I wasn't able to do that. I wasn't even able to do anything. I was very injured. But now I'm able to go on runs. I'm able to go on a treadmill. I'm able to improve with my explosive jumps, or to use the barbell. Like, bro, we're healing. We are basically healed, and it's amazing. It's amazing. So yeah, I'm happy that we're healing, and I'm grateful that we are getting better. And yeah, it's lit. It is lit, because I was actually kind of shocked thinking this would take so long, but I started to get better during the 5th week. It's with things like that, what matters the most is consistency, and with that, you really can't do anything. I think sometimes I can get a bit discouraged to continue, but I think with that discipline and consistency, bro, you can accomplish anything, even in this life. As long as you're consistent and as long as you have that discipline, bro, there's nothing that you can't do. And I think I keep going back and forth with that, but it's important to have that mindset. I've been reading a lot. I've been reading a lot of Think and Grow Rich. I've been listening to a lot more podcasts. I was listening to Diary of a CEO, the one with Robert. Is it Robert? Basically, he's the author who wrote 48 Laws of Power. And it's mad how everything is all universal. Everything is all about how you feel. Not about how you feel, but everything is all about your intentions. If your intentions are pure, you can gravitate towards anything. And if your intentions are bad, then it's mad how things just change. But yeah, listen to that podcast, the one, Diary of a CEO. And I like watching podcasts because I like to grow knowledge, and as well I like to see what these podcasts do to learn what I can do with my podcast. And the best thing from every podcast I always hear is them just saying to just do it. Honestly, like, just continue. I feel like we can be so hard on ourselves what to do, but it's all about picking up the camera, pressing record, and just speaking whatever comes to mind or whatever you've practiced. Because yeah, people are so thorough with their planning to the point that it turns into procrastination, and it can turn into not even doing anything. And I rebuke to do that. That's why I believe that when I have an idea, I want to do that there and then, and I want to get it over and done with. before someone else takes it. I deserve everything because of the gift that God has given me. Therefore, I'll act upon it. Of course, some days I don't even do a lot, but what matters is to just go and get it. Be hungry. Be hungry for what you love to do. And I was also realizing that a lot of people, me included, when you do certain things, you have to be obsessed with what you do because you won't continue, especially with content. If you actually love, you gotta actually love it, because there's so many days, so many nights where you do not want to, but you've got to continue, bro, because there'll be so many days that you just want to stop, or there's so many days that you just want to hang the boots or just not do anything. But you can't do that, bro. You can't. Like, you actually have to graft, because that is where the growth is. Like, and I was talking to my boy the other day, I mean, not even the other day, at the gym today, and was on about how he was on about his his dad only sees him, well, not only sees him, but doesn't really see the days where he's grafting. And it's mad how no one sees them days, no one sees them nights where you're grafting or where you're putting that work in. No one sees that. Everyone always sees the little glimpses, or everyone always sees what you want them to see. And it's mad, and it's very true, because not everyone sees we all don't see everything, and it's very true. So all I'll literally say is to just keep grafting and keep showing up, because not everyone wants to graft, but you have to, bro, especially for what you love. Like, you have to, because those are the moments that mean the most, when you actually do strive, and when you do, like, go crazy, then you watch, all the things will fall into your lap. And I believe that I'll forever continue to have that mindset, or that mantra. And yeah, for this episode, it really has not really been that much music. It actually hasn't. It's been a little bit, but there just hasn't really been anything involving music. Like, I'll go on Twitter right now and see if there's anything related to music. There actually low-key isn't anything. Not a lot of music. I mean, the Sidemen charity match, I didn't even watch that game. I didn't watch it. But all I'll say is Chip is him. He's not my favorite for no reason. He's like my favorite, bro. He's my favorite from that group. Well, from up there, he's my favorite, bro. And he's sick. He's actually sick, because he's just funny, and I like the outfits that they're wearing, especially Carl Freezy's and Speed's backflip that he did. You see that picture that he did when he did that backflip, and then everyone was watching him, or everyone was running towards him. Cold. Also, I will say, I was thinking about this when what was I doing? I don't really remember what I was doing, but I was thinking, like, FIFA randomly came to my mind, and then I was thinking, I'd love to do a soundtrack for FIFA. I'd love to do that. I think that would be so sick to do a soundtrack for FIFA. And hey, because of that, we're going to find a way to do that. We are going to find a way, because the power of the tongue is very strong. And yeah, bro, because I have not played FIFA in a minute, and I love FIFA. I grew up playing FIFA, and if there's nothing that there's nothing that you can't do. So yeah, I'm literally going to create a video about that, and we're going to strive. If not, then it's tough. But yeah, honestly, I'd love to create a FIFA soundtrack, or just to be around the soundtrack of the people that make it, because, bro, people don't realize how important a soundtrack to a game or a soundtrack to a film can be. There's so much nostalgia. The way that we play our games on there, the way that the amount of time you consume it, that you're always going to be hearing it. One of my best moments are literally going through FIFA and just hearing the songs, or winning a game and then hearing the songs, losing, of course not, and then just hearing the songs, throwing my controller and then hearing a song. Like, there's so many memories around that, and FIFA is just a beautiful thing. Like, I love FIFA so much. I don't play it as much. I've got FIFA 25, but I love to be around the soundtrack. I'd think that would be so sick. We will make that happen. But honestly, don't ever limit yourself, because there's so many things in this world that you can do. I'm only 22, and I know that there's probably, like, some of you guys that are younger, or however old you are, bro. Don't ever limit yourself. This episode is literally just be me giving knowledge. Who would have thunk it I'd be giving knowledge? Who would have thunk it? Because I passed my GCSEs, right? But my results were, I passed like majority, but it was very like standard. My highest grade was music. I got an 8, and then my other highest grade was sports. I got a 6 or 5, but yeah, my results were very box standard, very box standard. I didn't pass maths, I didn't pass English, and then I had to retake it again, and then I passed it. Those were the times. But yeah, so it's mad how high school is, obviously it's important, but it's what you learn after to make you wiser, and how in tune you are within yourself, and how much you observe your circle and your environment. Whatever you want to do, please just do it. Don't settle yourself for less. Life is very short in the time that we have, and all I want you to do is just be better. Think about that perspective and push through that. Push through it, because it really is all about perspective. And I love talking about all these things to you. I love talking about all of this, even if it's not even just about music, because somehow we're always going to relate it to music. I love talking about these things because it's important, and the fundamentals of things, it's very important, man. And I hope you are enjoying this podcast, and I pray that this motivates or encourages anyone to just be a better version of themselves, or just I hope that any little thing that I say, whether it's about music, whatever, I hope that it will, regardless if it's just one person, all I want you to do is to strive, and I want to continue to give that love. Like, I hope you can feel the love through the screen. As poor as that may sound, like, that's the way I want to project myself. But I hope you guys do well, and I think that's going to be the end of episode 12, and literally it's 12 minutes right now. But yeah, follow, like, comment, and I hope you are enjoying the podcast, and I will see you next week for episode 13.